make sure we have our chat and everything running. Of course, at some point, there we go. Restore pages. Decided to crash last time. I need my pixel chat up, thank you. So that we can get our captions. And just in case Izzy turns up, let's make sure Triggerfire is connected for the Yes, thank you, Twitch, for asking if I would like to celebrate my own affiliate anniversary. No. Go away. Be gone. Okay, and that is Triggerfire set up. Hey, let's try this. Do have a reference on the other screen I want to keep going. That is not the thing I want to move. I want to move this. I want to be all the way over there. Hey, there's the Ezzy. Did the play? I didn't hear it. It should do. I tested it today and it worked fine. And that's good. I'm glad it works again. Don't know why it stopped. I think Chubb had similar issues. Right, my first plan was delete this. I went overboard. I do not need this many things. So we just go boop and restart. Hydrate my posture's fine. I literally just started. I will stretch. I do think I've only stood up for like 5 minutes so far today, and I will drink. Do you know me, you nerd? And because I know what normally happens, Ezzy, how long have you got until you go to work? Make sure you're ready for work. Okay, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure. Right, so we want to add a new mesh. Cube. You think you're going to be leashed soon. And you still continue to say that you're not a fanboy. I now need to work out how I'm going to do this, because I could just start from the cube and cut into it, which is how I started last time. And that ended really badly because I couldn't control the edges easily without, like, messing with every last vertice. So I am wondering if it would be more worth starting from a plane at the front. And just setting it up so I know the exact number I need in a line. Take care. See you in a bit, Ezzy. Looking at the reference that I've got, let's see how many. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 18, 19, 20, 21, about 24, 26, somewhere around that is how, like, how many there are going downwards in this reference. And just so you know, I have a reference on the other screen that just has the edge loop, so I'm so out of practice and I haven't done this for animation for a long time. I want to make sure the edge loops are right so we don't have, like, creases in the wrong place when it comes time to doing the rigging and animating in 10 months' time. Which I think is how long it's going to take me to finish this. Or I could do. Oh, how am I going to want to do this? Do I want to set up the difficult bit first? Maybe that would be a good plan. So 1, 2, and 3. Now, how the hell am I going to do this? I need vertices. They're going to be going inward. I think. Bit hard to see, but I think it does this. No, it doesn't. Right, undo all that. So one thing. We need another of these. So from here, we've essentially got 1, 2, 3, 4, which is going to be eventually the square of the abs. Once we've actually got the scale right, because all of this will need to scale up and go crossways. Let's do. Nope, that's scaling by Z. I want to scale by Z. Increase you up. There we go. So we start with this. And I also want to add on a mirror modifier. And cry that once again it's not centered. Let's try that again. The origin to geometry, to 3D origin, generate subdivision. Nope. That's for later. Generate mirror. There we go. A sponge. God, I hope I'm sorting this out right. I don't think I am, though, quite frankly. Okay, I think I know where I'm going with this now. A face in the middle there. Then edge, knife topology. Then the same at the top. I think that's right. Okay, it's a bit wonky because it doesn't know where the edge loop is there, but that's fine. We can add that in. Although, do we need to? Yeah, I know that it's a 4, but it's... This will probably eventually be deleted anyway because the belly is not going to be shown on the model. So back to knife topology. Another quick cut there. And another there. Okay. Okay. Now. We now need another, I think, 3 up here. No, another one after this. I need 4. Because I need 3 faces, not 3 edges to work with. I say that when I realise that this one down here is already a face, but never mind, never mind. We'll need to put it in anyway at some point. Oh, this one's working my brain out. So 'let's do that, but one down to start with. One, two, three, four across. That would be the safe part. Actually, pop in a couple of extra squares there. And then you come in a little bit. Okay, so this one definitely needs to be more on the diamond end, because that one's going to go up and that one's going to go out, but then these two are going to be merged together. Like that. Okay. Making sense in my head finally. I think I do need to shrink a couple of these down because we need. There's going to be two more edges on this side that go towards the waistline. Let's all shrink these in just a tiny bit. these edge bits. Need to come in a bit. Right. Round that out. Okay. Now, need to deal with this edge loop. You come down by an extra one. Okay. Try that again. Bring you forward a bit. You'll drop those into there. Hang on, let me. So we're rotating on X. No, Y. Nope, not Z. There we go. Scale on Z instead of rotate, and that works. This one's still a bit. It's not going to be too bad because this is the point when the stomach is starting to go back inwards. It's not going to be too pronounced. Okay, that's those edge loops. Now we need to work on working out where this needs to be cut so we can just put a path there in the right place and attach it properly. I think we have already left enough room for that. We shift these down a little. So the way I'm seeing this, we've got one that goes down, one that goes that way, and then one that kind of goes up and curls around underneath. And then obviously with the extra polys in the middle. Those where the joins are. Reverse that. I think we're looking at 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey Izzy, welcome back again. You gotta get some frug. Okay, so you're gonna be like that. Let's go back to vertex. Merge at last. So the last vertex we're selecting, we're merging them there. Because those are the ones that we know are already in place. So now we go around, yep, they have attached to the correct place. Which should make it a bit easier. To move those ones. You know you're going to go... Actually, are you going to go that far back? I don't know yet. Maybe not. Okay, so we're looking at something like that. We're making the 3D Cheery. Which is painful. Okay, so you... keep going upwards, doing your thing. And you are where the edge for this starts. Because I think the plan is... Let me deselect everything just so I don't accidentally attach things together. We take a mesh, we take a UV sphere, which is the classic ball. Which rotation? Okay, we need 90 on the Z. That did not do what I wanted it to do. It did do exactly what I wanted to do. It's not 90 on the Z at all. It's 90 on the X. That's what we wanted. Because then we take this giant ball. delete vertices, select all and scale down. We will need to link this up. Unfortunately, I did not think to myself, maybe I should have lowered the number of edges this thing had first. But essentially the plan will be, once we've got the correct circle lined up of what we need it to be, like on these edge loops, we will take a half sphere like that has the same number of edges, and then we can link, can connect them together, link the vertices together, and then we can tweak the bit as we need. Of course, I'm not going to be doing that bit on stream, I don't think, because I'm still not sure how much Twitch allows that kind of art. For as much as it wants to be a wonderful place, it's very much a, oh, you drew a cartoon boob, you're banned. Which is why the sketch underneath this has no detail. It is just a curvy line. It could be anything. It could be a giant fried egg for all anyone knows. They will not approve titty. They thought that Seb's man titty was a feminine titty, and they banned him for 3 days. So if they do that with a man boob, a cartoon man boob as well, remember, then I don't really want to risk it. Which is a shame, because I would love to do more of that like kind of art. Okay, not that kind of art. Held for sex-based term. Seriously, Twitch? This stream, as far as I know, is marked as being... Hang on, let me just double check. Select content labels. Let's just make sure. I mean, this isn't even sexual themes content, it's just a body. The ticking sexual themes on OBS is for content that focuses on sexualized physical attributes and activities, which this doesn't, and sexual topics and experiences, which I'm not going to talk about because I never talk about that. Because it's been years. I do not swear proficiently, I don't think. You know what? I'm going to tick sexual themes just to make sure. I'm not even using it. I don't even think it really applies, but I'll do it anyway. Just to make sure that I don't get banned for no apparent reason. I'm not whipping out the bad titty. I could technically, because this Live 2D model has got things separated, but I'm not going to, because I'm not that kind of stream. The only reason I drew the model that way is because it's a hell of a lot freaking easier to model it when you've got a full body underneath it to model from. Which is the only reason I'm modeling these things. Because what will end up happening with this, once it's actually got to a point where we're actually making the clothes, I'll be going to these. Hang on, no, not that. I'll be selecting these. In fact, first of all, I'll be selecting these and going go away. Then I'll be selecting these. And I'll be doing this. Ignore that errant one that came that turned up at the bottom, and that wasn't meant to be there. That wasn't meant to be there. And then they will be turned into clothing. That is the plan. Unfortunately, to model the outside, you kind of need to know what's underneath it. Which is annoying that I don't quite trust how Twitch would react. Hence why what's going to happen is these are just going to be left as cavernous holes for most of the stream. And when the time comes to actually do anything with them, I think if I press H, I can hide them. So once they have been modelled, I'm going to be selecting the polygons and hiding the boob. So there will be two gaping holes in the chest. Twitch cannot ban me for two gaping holes in the chest. Right. Let's get back to it. Where was I? Oh yes, crying over the fact that I have edge loops to think about. Let's just seal these ones up for now, because we know these are meant to be there. Let's move them back a bit. Think about that should do. I might need to add an extra edge loop on the end here. Maybe. I don't know. Scale by Y, scale by 0. And add a face. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much need for it on the side. I think that will be enough detail because the side isn't going to do much. But it might be worth putting another one sort of down the middle just in case. But I'll leave that until we get to the point we've got to attach arms, because that's going to be a pain. What we would have next is the side. let's see, we've got one. I think that's totaling three. Many things are complicated from the mind of the bread. I mean, you can't even comprehend the fact that you are a fembred. And then that would go that direction. Up and, well, it comes down to about here. And then we've got, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There will be no consequences, as you can't get me. Yeah, this is where the edge loops go really weird. Because they start basically following the big curvy shape. In fact, almost sort of like they go from like all the way down and around underneath it to up to the top of the just above where the armpit would be. And then they go down the arm. Ooh, that's a weird edge loop. But the person who I'm working on this topology from, they know what they're doing. This is all from a tutorial thing on how to do correct edge loops for animation. I'm just having to tweak it for my own model. Hence why I might need to add more edges and polygons in on certain places. Is this the back side? No, this is the front side, Ezzy. I do not have tits on my back. I just drew all the pieces see-through because I need to be able to see it all on the reference so that when I hide this bit, I can then do the other bits separately as needed and then attach them all. Hence why the arms are like this. I'm not going to do this in the model. But okay, so you need to come off of it because we need to make the thing with edge loops and things like that. You kind of need them to. I think you want them to be. I'm saying this as though like I actually remember what the hell I'm talking about. I think you kind of want them to be roughly equal distances from each other. Right, okay, so go back to down here and work out where this needs to be. Because this is mostly correct. Wait, hang on, have I done... Hang on. I'm looking at this one. You meant to be more that diagonally? No, that's not right. It's just because my dimensions are different to what the model is, so it's looking a bit weird in my head. So, middle one goes up through the center. I've done that bit wrong. This bit should be on the center line. That's what's messing me up. Edge at last. Merge it first. That one at the last. And then these disappear. I think it's meant to be like that. Going from the center bit. Okay, now let's try and work out what I was getting wrong. Okay, so then that one's there, then we've got that one, and then that one. Okay. And I'm already getting that wrong. These actually keep a relatively straight path up the chest. And we build out sideways. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think I've counted that right. Resolve that one. Resolve that one, please. That was too many. So this one that goes under should be the one that meets this one. What in the world are you two doing there? I have no idea where that came from. Although, since when have I told you to go by normal, go by global? No wonder things are going a little wonky. think. I mean, granted, it's gonna look weird until the other bits added in, but I need to work out the word I'm after. The contour. Bearing in mind the chest is gonna start dipping backwards at this point. Looking at something like that, maybe? I can tell you one thing, this is going to be an incredibly scuffed first 3D model we're going to be using. Right, so for the most part it's right, apart from the fact it's way too low down. And thus way too skewed the wrong direction. Yeah, I do think I'm going to need that extra edge loop down this side. Thank you, Gingham. It's hard to believe it's been 12 months since Twitch started giving me money for this. I thought you didn't like that person because they declared war on you, Ginger. That is, but the thing is that is just true. Oh, you are them now, okay. The only cavalry that I think could probably beat elephants is if you could somehow turn emus into cavalry and go to war with Australia. I'm going to leave the back like that for now because I have not looked at the back topology yet. I don't think it's going to be much more difficult than the front because the front had to like account for the ab, this annoying ab ring, and also the boob holes. I mean, the windows into the soul because there's nothing there. There are no boobs, Twitch. This is completely empty. They're vacuous. There is no lewdness here. It's a perfectly normal stream. I'm not Seb. Don't ban me. Now, how do we do this top bit is the question. Let's select all of you for a start, because we're going to need all of you to go up at the same time, I think. Thank you, Beanie. So that would go around. I do think this is literally just... Yeah, it's really annoying that they do that, because they do that with me. When I loaded OBS, it told me to wish myself a happy stream anniversary. I'm like, no, I don't deserve it. Go away. Okay. So the neck go would be up here. The neck go would be up here. I totally can speak English. It is just like 11:30 at night, and my brain is clocking out because I have work in the morning, and I don't want to have work in the morning. Okay, now. So that line is the top of the baggy bit. Then we've got 1, 2, 3. Then we need to work on turning making the edge loop go towards the neck loop. So you work fine as normal. Then this second one goes off this way. And then this goes into where the neck would be. And then you just go off as you were. Okay. That was the fun part. I've been completely forgetting I actually have a side view to work from. Okay, then scale Y. Yes, 0. Add in a face. Completely forgot I had already done that with the back, even though I know that is not what the back is going to look like. Yeah, and then what I'll do next time is actually what I'll do off stream is I'll add the 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 boingy bits, and then I'll hide them so Twitch can't ban me the next time I stream this. I don't trust Twitch. Not when it comes to this stuff. I'm sure they're lovely. Move these ones into place. And then just kind of glue them together. Scale. So I know that it's probably going to just be, since it's the back and it's never going to be seen. The only main reason we want the topology is so that we can easily make the clothes by just copying and pasting all of the weights and stuff on there. Because let's face it, back topology is probably just going to be that. Is it round enough? Does it fit the form? Go back to tweak mode. I don't want this circle popping up at the moment. I actually want to select them individually. And bring them back a little bit. If anything, I imagine that we'd probably just like bring these ones out a little bit. So there's a bit of like back definition. Let's give it material that's not blinding white, shall we? Oh, he's getting there. For an hour and a half's worth of work, it's not too bad. Me trying to remember how the program works properly and actually focusing on making sure the edge loops work properly and are correct. I mean, let's face it, the abs themselves probably took half an hour of just me staring at an image going, how the hell do I make those loops? Yeah, probably when it comes time to like adding the dangly bits, I probably will need to like move some of this stuff around a little bit, maybe. But now that we've got like an actual edge to this, and you need to be tweaked just a little bit. Yeah, now that we know how many edges there are, we can make a sphere that has the same number of segments, cut it in half, glue it on, make any tweaks that are needed, which are quite obviously, bearing in mind, what the background image is showing, they need to be like out here. So we need to extend it, rotate it, wiggle it around a bit. I'm not going to have too much detail on it because obviously I'm not going to be. I'm not a lewd streamer. I'm not going to be having this model in like actually be nude at any point on any stream, whether here or elsewhere. This is literally just so that when it comes to modeling the dresses and everything, I have polygons to work with to start from. As I mentioned to Ezzy earlier, what will end up happening is once they're in place and ready, and the entire body is modelled and good to go, what we'll end up doing is selecting the polygons required for whatever the clothes is going to be, and then we copy, we paste them, and then we can use that as the basis for making whatever the clothing is going to be. And then we can delete out any underlying bits that are never going to get seen, like most of this on this segment of the model will get deleted for the main model because you're never going to see under it. You don't need the extra polygons. The clothes are going to be on top. So it really is just there as a way to understand how the bits are being modelled, really. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there with an hour and a half stream. These 3D ones take it out of my brain. Mainly because I'm just so used to not working in 3D. I think the extra dimension makes the brain hurt. So let's have a look. Is there anyone on? Chances are Stars will be on. I saw them earlier. Seb is on. Playing Hilduvers. I am going to go and raid Sabuba. So, thank you everyone for watching. As always, it's been fun. Tomorrow may or may not be a stream, depending on whether or not me and Sheep are going to do like a TTRPG stream. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Otherwise, it will be Tuesday. And I think we'll probably play some more Magical Mixture Mill because I've been getting back into that and actually, progressing the game. So I think I might do some of that on Tuesday. But until then, I will start the raid and send everyone to Sib, the beautiful bee butt. And I'll see everyone on Tuesday, or possibly tomorrow, depending what happens, but definitely Tuesday. Until then, thank you for watching, or bye-bye.